very good understanding can be a huge challenge, and it's a huge problem in nutrition research, because really what you want to know is what are people actually eating. And so with AI now, you can have computer vision where you can just take a picture of what's on your plate, and that then can kind of estimate the portion size of what's on your plate, what kind of ingredients are in that type of food, and then provide a nutritional analysis for what potentially is in your actual meal. So that's just one example. In another example, we have now natural language processing, which is also one of the techniques in AI. So instead of having to write down everything that you ate, you can now talk into your phone and say, well, I had a bowl of cereal, I had a loaf, semi-skimmed milk. And so that technology can then translate it into, pair that up with a food database and say, well, okay, you bought your milk at a specific supermarket, and therefore this is the nutritional analysis, based on what you said that you actually eat. Another way is also combining different data sets. So you can now have digital scales, for example. So you don't have to go into your GP practice to be weighed. So you can step on your scale. That data is then uploaded into the cloud. You can upload your data from your wearables or your smartphone, and that can all be integrated into your electronic health record. So that was not possible before. So now with AI, it makes that transition a lot more efficient and a lot faster. But also we can now at a stage where we can kind of predict responses. So we can predict how you may respond to maybe a specific dietary intervention or a specific physical activity, intervention. So that was also not possible before, unless you had large groups of participants in a study, for example. So now we are at a stage where, with the data that is being submitted, you can use AI or leverage AI to make sense of what you are seeing, but then also predict in the future without somebody having to do, for example, tests and say, how might they actually respond? And then finally, you can also have these recommender systems. So if you think about your Netflix or your Spotify, is that you can create a profile and say, I don't want to have cheese, I don't want to have any coffee. And so what you can do is then match up what is in a food database together with a recipe database, together with the profile of the individual, and then say, based on your what it is that you want, here's a 7-day meal plan or some recipes. That was not, it was possible, but it would take someone ages, a practitioner ages, to do that, and also a lot of money. And so AI is therefore an enabler to create these recommender systems, which are much faster and can save a lot of money as well.